よし。では始めますか。おはようございます。お疲れ様です。シャーロック・ホームズ、The Awakened。続き始めます。そう。チャプター6、沼地ですね。前回、館をクリアしたんで。
At least, in Afghanistan, we had nippy nights.
It makes one yearn for rainy London.
This place, Champagne, did not mince words about it.
Keep your wits about you, Watson. We are inching closer to the heart of this mystery, however dark it may be.
Hell's bells!
I told you to stay away, Doctor.
That he did, Holmes.
I rule these corners. No hiding from me here.
地元の悪とこはか。
No case goes cold on my watch.
Settle down, boys. Our friends are as good as gone.
This is it, Watson. Our moment of truth.
さて。で、沼地を進むと。確か目印が。
Do you believe the sheriff that we won't escape?
One cannot be hurt by superstition, Watson.
目印が白いユリだったかな。
This hut has been abandoned for a long time.
はいはいはい。
Weeks of damp. We're more likely to sink in there than on our boat. Let's go.
中には入れない。
Shall we investigate the area?
これは落ちるでしょ。立ち寄れるだけでなんもないな。
Look, Holmes. Fireflies.
向こうもなんかありそうじゃなんかありそうだけど。いける？いけないな。マップこれ。これマップじゃないな。絵だな。印がある。
How did this shipwreck get here?
Let us just ensure we do not end up the same way.
左手に家らしき。どうしようかね。まあ行こうか。ただ、止められるところは、建物のデザインは最初のやつと同じやなんて止められるところがない。で、新たな建物。お、ここか？ああ、でも船を止めるところがないな。
What was that, Holmes? Whatever, or whoever it was, we should ready ourselves.
おお、カルトっぽい。
Am I hearing drums?
Drums in the bayou?
こっちはバツってことはまあ違うってことなんだろうな、道が。ああ、でまあぐるっと回ってきたと。ああ、こっちもバツ。これは違う。親切やな。
Holmes. I think I heard something swim underneath our boat.
Probably just a rotten log.
Did you hear that, Holmes? What do you see?
A shadow. Nothing more.
で、あっちか。
If you told me when I binned your paper that we'd end up fleeing the law in a rowboat through the Louisiana Bayou,
I dare say you would have hardly been surprised.
会話があるということはまああっとるんだろうな。左は×。
The air is getting thicker, almost suffocating.
the stench of death. All too familiar now.
おお、たどり着いた。なんかおったな。
We're more likely to sink in there than on our boat. Let's go.
違うな。これなんだ。休憩所？何のための桟橋よ。おお、ワニ。なるほどね。ワニに接触したらあかんってことか。ちなみに右は？ああ、桟橋がないチェックポイントってことか。
Holmes, hand me the rifle. I can shoot the ropes holding a few of those poor souls. Come on, Holmes, give me the right...
Watson, stay calm but be quick. The
Ah.
alligator has noticed us.
なんだそりゃ。あ、当たってない。やりづら。危ない、ギリギリやん。
That's vicious.
That's nature, Watson. Let's try not to annoy them.
なるほどね。理解した。これやっとかんにゃんはもうワニに襲われて死んでると。
That pier looks promising over there, Watson.
We're approaching the heart of darkness.
はいはい。更新された。
This place gives me the shivers, despite the muggy night.
Ashmak dragged Arneson here.
アーネスの生きとる。治療されとらんでしょ、あの人。なんか燃やされとる。
The smell of burning flesh, just horrific.
Keep away from it, focus on our task, so we may soon leave all this behind.
A fiery gathering of passions and deception.
はいはいはい。まあ、ありがちやな。
The victim's left hand clawed at the soil. The bloody handprint on this stone lacks 4 fingers. Sunken heels, the result of dragging a heavy body. The hand tied here was bleeding in 4 places. This had to have been Arneson. That's a lot of blood, but probably not enough to be fatal. Both ends of the rope were cut cleanly. The captive was dragged through hell.
逆さすりさて、どっちやろうな。はいはいはい。
Blood was poured over someone, leaving a gruesome silhouette. A worn blade, but clean and without blood.
血は付着してない。
Bowls filled with blood.
指しかないってことはもうアーネソン。
The initials EA are embroidered with silk thread. The prisoner's clothes tossed aside. The blood is dry. The axe has not been used for some time. A simple rope. The wood is swamp cypress, endemic to the area. This is how those poor people were crucified. A heavy weight scored impressions in the ground 1 inch deep. Days old and rotten. Damp and mouldy hay. The prisoners were kept like animals, slowly deteriorating under the gruesome treatment.
まだ足りてない。ん？ああ、やる。こっちかな？ああ、まだ、吊るされとる人おるやん。
I should be glad we're out of the water, but I'm not.
This is not Arneson, just another unfortunate soul. Thankfully, Arneson isn't among the dead.
Hmm? ああ。ああ、いかにも。
Only this indentation was spared from blood. The tracks lead behind the stone slab.
で、揃ったと。ん？こっちかな？これは刺しちゃおらん。まあ、解かれたんでしょ。刺されてはないから、まあ、儀式用の血を飲まされたってこと？
Arneson was held captive in this cage until his abductors tied him to a cross and dragged him to the bonfire. Arneson was left hanging here for a while before being freed and led to the altar. At the altar, Arneson's captors performed a ritual on him and poured blood over his head. With Arneson now prepared, he was escorted to the sealed entrance. They used the mechanism with an indentation to open the passage.
If only the sheriff was kind and cooperative, our search for Arneson would be far simpler.
Heavy and covered in blood.
死ぬ絵の肖像。あ、これか。どういう仕掛けよ。ありがちだけど。
Something is wrong with my lantern. Give me a minute.
I won't wait for you. I'm going in.
それはダメでしょ。響くね。ん？
Woe betide those who take it. Walk away. Let the unknown be.
ネクロノミコン？
Human skin and still warm. What's happening?
なるほど。
Deja vu and not in a pleasant way.
まあ今のはネクロノミコンでしょ。ん？あ、いや、でもまだ実体を持ってない？うん。だと思った。これどっちなんだ？うん、ダメだよな、私。で、これで戻るんか？いや、違うな。 でも、ないよな。うん。構造が反転はしてる。ん？お？いや、違うな。いけるかなと思ったけど、そうでもない。いける。なるほどね。そういうことか。あれ、どっちだったっけ？待てよ。まっすぐ行って、右だな。行き過ぎた。あれなんで？ あれ。ぐるっと回った先は、だから、ここに行く形で、OK。
And now, axes? What on earth for?
ペンデュラム。扉を開けろと。だった。早いな。あれ当たるんか。
Now it is glowing, but why?
どういうことやね。ああ、いや、でもなんかするわけでもないか。早くない？で、で、ぐるっと回ってきた。なんか分かってきた気する。なんかあれか。つまり、この紋章に対応されたところでペンジュラムに切られと。そういうことやね。つまり自分が生きになれと。で、どっちだっけ？向こうか。これはもう産地おかしくなる。
At last, the lantern's working again. Holmes, I'm coming.
戻ってきた。あ、違う。ワトソン編か。
Holmes, what are you doing, sitting in a place like this?
How did you get here? How did you get through the maze? Tell me, Watson.
What maze? I walked straight up to you. You saw me.
Do not lie to me, John. How did you get out?
Sherlock, what happened? Are you feeling all... Oh, heavens. Is that Arneson? Why didn't you mention him? Stay put. I must check if he is alive.
I just need a second, John.
I need to focus on Arneson.
「邪神像にも見えるけど」
I need to focus on Arneson.
うん、先にアーネスを調べると。
The unknown, beckoning,
おー、一応生きてる。
lightning!
I should examine him before he has another seizure. Severed fingers, the wounds are inflamed.
うわ
Blunt trauma to the cranium, dilated pupils, lips moving without a sound. Pulse is racing, 110 beats a minute.
ー、ああ、脈か。で、額？違うな、後取れた。ん？
Cold sweat. 2, no, 3 ribs fractured. Arneson is delirious after all he's endured. We can't get him to the boat in a state like that. It's dangerous to us and him.
なんかおる。
Please tell me there are no wheels inside Arneson.
ああ、泣きか。一瞬タコかなと思った。でもこれ、そういうこと意識しとるな。
This is Dwale, induces sleep and relaxation. Salvia divinorum, provokes visual hallucinations. A gluey decoction. The smell is herby but sharp. It appears burnt, judging by the color. Hard to tell what it says.
Hmm. 深き水の呼び声。クトゥルフ読んどるやん。インスマスかい。
The nightmares these poor souls had to endure. I wonder what this language is.
なぜかここで中国語。
I can't decipher that text. Pokeweed berries, though they appear harmless, the whole plant is lethal.
へえ。
Odorless, watery, and hard to identify. Pharmacopoeia, listing drugs, effects, and directions for use. Some kind of amanita mushroom. Extremely poisonous.
まあ毒性のあるものを作ってたと。
The walls are spinning. Let me catch my breath.
あら違う。違うと思うけど。透明の液体。これをまず調べにゃいけんのか。液体無臭これとこれ
Should help soothe Arneson.
I need some fresh air.
Yes, please go. I'll be right behind you with Arneson. Perhaps you can prepare the boat.
こんなとこ入れられるか。
festering soul and let me feel. Eyes without purpose, and now see the truth. Tear me mind from me flesh, score me festering soul. Phantoms of nothing, we are born to die, filth in the eyes of our eldritch lord.
Free my festering soul and let me feel.
Oh, please, I wish to return. Free me, let me return. Free me and rejoice.
Eyes without purpose, I now see the truth. Tear my mind from my flesh.
Holmes, are you all right? Here, let me help.
I'm fine.
Holmes? Sherlock! What the hell were you doing? He almost killed you.
I don't... You're right. Let's go, Watson.
Bon Dieu! Still among the living.
We are, though not for lack of trying by the sheriff.
Well, he'd been telling people you died in the swamp despite his trying to save you. Crooked man. Through and through. Wait, is that Mr. Arneson?
Yes, but he's not well. Do you know Lucy?
Belle from the Nymph? That I do.
Please bring her here. Mr. Arneson needs to see a familiar face if he's to have any chance of surviving.
Power of the heart. I get you. Wait here.
Errol? Oh, Errol!
Reckon we should give him space. Farewells are painful.
No, tell me that's not true.
医者のもとへます。
Mr. Arneson has endured a lot. Lost 4 fingers, a lot of blood, and some of his sanity. But with rest and tender care, he ought to survive those injuries, both physical and mental.
Thank you, Johnny. I'll take care of him. Thank you for bringing him home to me. We'll be all right.
Are you quite certain? Do you have the space? The resources?
I will stay with him at the mansion. It is not a burden to take care of your love.
His property is in quite a state. It may not be the best place for recuperation.
Hush now. Champagne will see it sorted.
Then it's settled. Hear that, Errol? Us living under one roof. Careful what you wish for. Oh, and champagne? I'm about sick of watching that sheriff run riot through New Orleans. We ought to talk.
Funny. I was just thinking that grub did nothing to save your man. Together, I reckon you, me, and Errol have the sway to make some changes round here.
I like the sound of that.
Holmes, our boat.
Oh, we must make haste. Farewell all. Take care.
で、一応一件落着で、チャプター7。彼方からの書。で、ロンドンに帰ってきたと。
Who's there?
Who do you think?
Let it be known that I'm handy with this revolver.
Nonsense, Dr. Watson. As I understand it, when faced with the imperative to defend oneself, one's comrades, and one's nation, you fled. Aren't you going to introduce us, Sherlock?
Watson, meet my brother Mycroft, the Queen's best boy. This is a grim augury indeed, for wherever Mycroft travels, tedium surely follows.
In contrast, of course, to Sherlock, a man whose obsessive pursuit of the trivial tears through the most carefully laid plans like a hurricane. Do you have any idea what you have disrupted?
Your ego is inflated as much as your waistband. What word comes to mind?
You work for the government?
International trade is a delicate beast. Your antics and Edelweiss have jeopardized one of the Crown's richest relationships.
Oh dear. As rich as all the butter you've been slathering on your bread?
We need your help.
What?
There is evil afoot. Strangeness and savagery like I have never seen. Something otherworldly festering in the dark beyond our reach. We have seen things that defy explanation. Mystic forces, magic. You must help us.
It's true.
The British government does not invest its resources in the insane or intoxicated. Pull yourself together.
I know men like you. Men like you grease palms, whisper in ears, start wars, and you send men like me to die in them. You and the rest of your corpulent cronies.
Ha! Corpulent! That was it.
Interesting, Sherlock. That as you again drift away from sanity, you find yourself another John.
All right, so the choice is made.
I beg your pardon?
There is only us. We cannot run from this problem. I shall take the book and Davy's cryptic message to Barnes. See what he makes of it.
焦点があっとらへん。ホームズ。で、
As you were, Watson. Do what you must.
Am I mad? This painting wasn't here last time, was it?
あったっけ？記憶にないや。
Another sinking near Scotland. By the strand for the details. Cool. Thank you, sir. Get the strand. Get the true facts.
なんだこれ、こんなんあったっけ？おお、開いとる。
Dr. Watson, how nice to see you, despite the inclement weather. At least my flowers are enjoying the rainfall.
Flowers. Genkai.
It has been a while, Barnes.
Dr. Watson. Indeed it has, and good to see you as always. How can I help?
Someone is full of pep.
Oh, yes. Mr. Holmes, he was quite the inspiration. Last time you were in town, he offered me some stirring advice, which I've since acted upon.
Holmes is nothing if not provocative.
Indeed, the thorny truth is often hard to hear. But it did the job. And now my heart is full.
I'm glad to hear it.
Much obliged, Doctor.
Barnes, does Stevenson's guiding light mean anything to you?
Well, my mind first goes to Robert Louis Stevenson, an up-and-coming author. I've been following his work in the periodicals. Interesting man. I take it his literary pursuits are somewhat of a deviation from the family business.
What makes you say that?
He wrote a poem. Let me see if I have it still. Yes. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labours of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit.
The labours of his sires. I wonder what they do.
I have a book on great British families. If the Stevensons have achieved anything of note, they will be in there. Please, feel free to take a look. It should be on the shelves to the right.
どうだいのこと？
Last time we met, you mentioned your knack for translating occult texts. I was wondering if you could help me with this book.
Certainly, Goodness. Where on earth did you procure this grimoire?
That's a long story. What do you make of it?
It seems to describe pagan rituals, ancient deities. Wow, what a marvel. I can try and translate it for you.
Just the pages bearing that symbol. This section, really.
Entity of ocean or time. Oh my. Oh, already on it, as you can tell.
If you can have it done at your earliest convenience, that would be lovely. For some reason, it makes my skin crawl. Take care of your master.
あからさまやな。スコットランド、実績、開示で、なんだ、年代？爵位。爵位持ってたっけ？で、足マット南郷内容。あれ？ これ？ああ、嵐に関する記述、そういうことか。
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Loch Harbour, west coast.
Right then, I'll unroll it on the desk. All yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.まあ、4つ。
Doctor, look what I just found.
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes. I've written out a translation of the section you wanted.
早っ。
It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
まあ、やめとけ、ろくなことにならない。
I don't think that would be wise. Please give it back. That said, I remain grateful for your immeasurable help.
Oh, how disappointing. I hope you will consider lending it to me in the future. Good day, Doctor. A fascinating book. Thank you for the opportunity, Doctor.
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction?
The Holmes family is beyond counselling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
これなんだ、サイドクエスト？捜査現場。
A wasp's nest. They might attack if someone draws too close or are otherwise provoked. Much like London itself. Royal Berkshire Regiment. Only his right arm was functional. His left arm was paralyzed in the war. A capital M signed by someone else's hand. His face and neck are swollen, and I can see wasp stings.
うわぁ、花開き。早っ。
The spyglass was positioned to watch the windows of the embassy across the road. A map of possible routes taken from the embassy. I thought only Sherlock was capable of this kind of deduction. Near perfect camouflage. It makes me wonder if Mycroft also spies on our suite in Baker Street. Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
中におるんだっけ。
I'm sorry, I have bad news.
Please do not tell me Hawk is a turncoat.
Worse, I have found him dead in his wheelchair, out in the garden.
How did he die? Exactly.
He was stung repeatedly by wasps. His body succumbed to anaphylaxis.
And that is all you observed? Was there anything suspicious?
Well, there was one thing. In his notes I found a handwritten M, but it didn't match Hawke's other writing.
Listen carefully, Doctor. Do not investigate further, do not talk about this matter to anyone, and do not ask questions. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
短っ。こんな雨の中で外に干すんかよ。
Another sinking near Scotland by the Strand for details.
Family, Watson. I let go of the best part in Cordona. Now I am left with the worst in Mycroft. You held your own against Mycroft. He makes for a formidable foe. And a daunting brother.
違うと思うな。うん。で、あとはまあどこの灯台かだよね。なんとなくエジプト様式っていうからこれだと思ったんや。
Holmes, I have the translation. But Barnes was affected by the book. Holmes?
Watson?
Did you hear me? Barnes was behaving oddly, but I was able to retrieve the book and his preliminary translation. I think we have a lead. Sherlock, what is it?
I find myself burdened. It will come as no surprise that I tend towards obsession. Indeed, obsession oft grants me the insights that have become my stock in trade, my greatest asset. Yet I cannot deny its nature proves as much a hindrance as a boon. It has cost me friends, colleagues, brothers. And despite my obsession, as I contend with the matter at hand, no closer to understanding than when we began, Well, I must conclude that I am of no worth at all. Without an answer, what use is the question?
Sherlock, this is no time for despair. The book is real. Those men went mad.
John, I fear that I am as mad as the rest of them.
まあ最初から狂ってるよ、シャーロックは。
Oh, you are undoubtedly mad. And egotistical, irascible, oblivious, infuriating?
All right.
Self-absorbed, self-righteous, self-congratulatory.
Okay.
And invariably correct. So fear not madness, for it seems to me your greatest strength. Something stirs in the depths, Sherlock. A danger. A darkness only a madman would dare face.
Into the darkness, then.
おー、もう早っ。
Well, shall we be off?
Yes, of course. You can apprise me of your actions while we pack.
Awakened. また手漕ぎボート。
Holmes, if we don't make land soon, I fear we will join those missing souls. These seas have taken too many, John. Let's stop them from taking more then.
無謀でしょ、こんな試験なか手漕ぎボートって。
glow atop the lighthouse? I have never seen anything like it.
意識を阻止する方法。まあ、まずは何もないね。どうしようかな。まあもう今やっても多分中途半端な時間で終わることになるから、切りよくここで終わるか。よし。ではここで終了いたします。仕事行ってきます。お疲れ様でした。